So this is Gillman Barracks, where the Singapore Armed Forces actually bought over from the British in 1971 for only $1. It's a transaction that we need to take over British installation and attain full government or full governance in Singapore. I'm sure some of you know, right? There was the KTM line. And I think last 2 weeks, Harry organized a walk to the Jurong line. Then you have, the Jurong line is actually a split from Bukit Timah. Then it goes to Jurong line. Right? Now, some of you may not be aware that along this line, from Bukit Timah until Tanjung Pagar, there are 4 or 5 split points. That means not only Jurong, but they also split in Tanglin Halt. Just one of these start. The split point. Here, I think there is another split point, and in Gillman Barracks, there's another split point. Which means this railway track actually brings business to Singapore. Now, how they build the track from Woodlands or Kranji to town was because of the canal. There is this Dunham Canal, and Dunham Canal was actually a part of Rochor Canal. Yes. We always think that Kallang River is the longest river in Singapore, 10 kilometers. But the longest canalized waterway in Singapore is actually Rochor Canal. So they start to build canal from Tekka Market all the way until Ngee Poly. So, but before there was a stream. So people, the Chinese or the Bugis or the Malays, they actually use the sampan to trade. And that's why in the year 1890, the Angmo, they said, let's build a railway track here. So in 1902, they built a track here. And the track actually brought about business in Singapore until here. And this was called Tanglin Halt because the train would stop and collect cargo. But here is because there is this ABC factory there, the Archipelago Brewery Company. And so they actually stopped here, they hopped here to get the malt for the beer. So that's one of the stoppages.
Also for the charcoal.
Probably charcoal.
Alexandra
brickworks.
Yes. All within the
yes. So railway track brings about industrialization in Singapore until they say it's very noisy in Orchard Road in 1935. They shifted all it. So that's a story. So there are lots of stories I wish I can share, but today is our Sunny's day. I want to learn from you. From there I can copycat a bit and write another story. So that's all from me. Thank you very much for coming from Green Bubble. Thank you. It's a heritage hike organized by Green Bubble and Cik Sunny. Here with me is Mr. Percy, and we have Julita. We've got a few more ultra hikers behind here. You can see a group of junky hikers in front. For the crest at Gillman Barracks.
maybe his last hike.
What did you say, the last hike?
Yes.
The final full governance was 1971. 1971 was where the British actually marched out their army and Singapore took over the Singapore Armed Forces. And this place was also handed over to the Singapore government, from British to Singapore government, and they sold this place for $1. Yeah. That's the story. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.